Today, we're diving into a quirky but important topic. Why do rabbits pee on us? If you've ever been christened by one of these adorable fluffballs, you know it's not the most pleasant experience. But before you banish your bun to the backyard, let's try to understand what's going on in their little bunny brains. See, just like us, rabbits have their own unique ways of communicating, and sometimes that communication involves, well, bodily fluids. So whether you're a seasoned bunny parent or just thinking about adding a rabbit to your family, understanding why they might express themselves this way is key to a happy and healthy relationship. Trust me, a little understanding goes a long way in the world of pet ownership. All right, let's talk territory. Rabbits in their natural habitat are prey animals. This means they're hardwired to be aware of their surroundings and protect their little patch of turf. Now, when you bring a rabbit into your home, they don't magically lose that instinct. In fact, they often see your house, your living room, your bedroom, maybe even your face, as part of their domain. So how do they mark this territory, you ask? Well, you guessed it, urine. Think of it like a bunny billboard that sends a clear message to other rabbits, or even imaginary ones, that this space is taken. You might be thinking, but Jackson, I've only got one rabbit. And you know what? That doesn't always matter. Spraying, a more targeted form of urine marking, can happen even if your rabbit is the only bunny in the house. It's all about claiming what's theirs, even if it's just you. Spaying or neutering your rabbit can significantly reduce this behavior. Talk to your vet about getting your little one fixed. It's good for their health and might just save your rug. Okay, let's face it. Not all rabbits are potty training prodigies. Just like puppies and kittens, these furry little guys need to learn where it's appropriate to, well, go. And sometimes accidents happen. If your rabbit is young, new to your home, or hasn't been properly litter trained, peeing on you might just be a sign that they haven't quite grasped the concept of a litter box yet. The key here is consistency and patience. Make sure your rabbit has a dedicated litter box placed in a quiet corner of their living space. Rabbits feel most secure in enclosed spaces, so a small covered litter box is ideal. Ensure the litter box is the right size for your rabbit, big enough for them to comfortably hop in and turn around. Avoid clumping clay litter, as it can be harmful if ingested. Opt for paper-based litter or even hay, something natural and safe for your furry friend. Let's talk about emotions, folks, because rabbits, believe it or not, have them in spades. And just like humans, they sometimes express those emotions in, shall we say, unconventional ways. One of those ways, you guessed it, a little sprinkle of pee. Think about it. You're a rabbit, small and vulnerable, living in a world of giants. Your human, this towering figure, picks you up. You're excited, maybe a little scared, and bam! Out comes a little tinkle. It's not intentional, and it's certainly not out of malice. It's a purely physiological response to an overwhelming emotional state. Stress can also trigger this kind of reaction. A new pet, a loud noise, even a change in routine can send a rabbit into a tailspin, leading to an unexpected puddle. Look out for other telltale signs like thumping their back feet, breathing heavily, or hiding. If you suspect stress might be the culprit, try to identify and minimize the source. Remember, a happy bunny is a less likely to pee on you bunny. Now, this one might seem counterintuitive, but trust me on this. Sometimes, a rabbit peeing on you is actually their way of saying, hey, you're mine. It's not exactly a bouquet of roses, but hey, it's the thought that counts, right? Rabbits are social creatures who form strong bonds with their humans, and in their own special way, they want to mark you as part of their family group. When cats rub against you, they're leaving their scent on you, claiming you as part of their colony. Similarly, when a rabbit pees on you, they're essentially doing the same thing, marking you with their scent, albeit a little less subtly. It's their way of saying, you're safe, you're mine, and I trust you. Let's talk hormones, folks, because when it comes to rabbit behavior, they play a huge role. We've already touched on territory marking, but hormones can influence a whole range of behaviors, including, you guessed it, peeing. Unneutered or unspayed rabbits in particular are often at the mercy of their hormones. It's like they're constantly riding an emotional roller coaster, with surges of testosterone or estrogen dictating their every move. And one of those moves might just be to lift their tail and let loose. Female rabbits, especially those who haven't been spayed, can be just as prone to hormone-driven spraying. The good news is, There's a relatively simple solution to this hormonal hurricane spaying or neutering. By getting your rabbit fixed, you're essentially hitting the pause button on those raging hormones. This can dramatically reduce or even eliminate spraying and other unwanted behaviors. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground from territory marking to hormonal havoc. But sometimes a rabbit peeing on you can be a sign of something more serious, a health issue. If your rabbit's bathroom habits suddenly change, or if the peeing is accompanied by other symptoms, it's time to take notice. Think about it like this. If your normally well-behaved dog suddenly started having accidents in the house, you'd be concerned, right? Well, the same goes for rabbits. Their bodies, just like ours, give us signals when something's not quite right. If your rabbit is straining to pee, crying out in pain, or if their urine is cloudy or bloody, those are all signs that something's amiss. Other things to look out for include lethargy, loss of appetite, or changes in their poop. If you notice any of these symptoms, don't wait. Get your furry friend to a veterinarian as soon as possible. Early detection is key when it comes to treating health issues, and it could make all the difference in your bunny's recovery. So, there you have it, folks. The ins and outs of why rabbits might decide to relieve themselves on us. Remember, it's rarely ever out of malice. More often than not, it's their way of communicating, expressing their emotions, or even showing affection. The key is to understand the underlying message and address it with patience, consistency, and of course, a whole lot of love. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more pet care tips and interesting animal facts. See you next time.